Hello and welcome to Geek Girl and her cat reviews. I'm Lizzie and this is Shadow. And today I'm going to be reviewing a Pokemon Pokeball charger that I have recently got. Now, obviously, disclaimer, it's not an official Pokemon product. You can tell by the box, and say there's no real branding at all other than what is showing you what is inside the box. And on the bottom, sorry Shadow, it just shows, if I turn it the right way around, as a power bank, the specifications, just showing you everything about it. Shadow seems to have lost interest already. Now, as you can tell, I've already cut it just so it's easy to get into. Inside, nothing much, as I say, just something to hold the ball in place. And there it is. It also comes with a, look Shadow, look. Shadow's interested. A little micro USB to charge it. Now that is the only thing, well apart from the Pokeball, that comes in the box. There's no instructions, there's no lanyard or anything like that to make sure, well, it comes with one other thing, but that I'll show you in a minute. The bottom of the box is pretty much just the same specifications. I put that aside, and here is, that's you Shadow, the Pokeball. Now it does come with a little, I think that's like a phone strap attachment. I suppose you can put it in your keys as well. Neither of that I would recommend. I wouldn't recommend putting it in your phone, or I wouldn't recommend it putting it in your keys. It's quite flimsy, so it's not going to last that long, and B, you don't want something like this banging against either your keys or your phone, because I say this is quite heavy. It is 240 grams, so it's not desperately heavy, but it is quite a hefty thing. So that's the front of it. Now it's coming out more of a ruby red on, well, a bright red on the camera than it is in real life, I suppose. It's got, the top has got almost a sort of metallic-y effect compared to the bottom, where it's just a plastic. Got a nice kind of sheen. Now at the back it has two little ports to put the output in, so your phone charger or whatever you're wanting to charge, and one for, if it shows, the input, so which is that middle ball. So that you can put two things at once to charge, but only charge it once. And it is, if I can show you, might be fuzzy and it might be a little bit upside down. That's probably the best I can do. So it's around 20,000 milliamps per hour, I think is what that means. It's, there it is. Oh, that's better. Yeah, so there's the number. I think that's 20,000 milliamps. I'm probably wrong. It's a lot. So I'd say it's just a little ball. So that middle part is almost sort of a translucent, that'll do. Black. Obviously metal, not metal, plastic, quite durable. And you press that, and it will show how, you know, how fully charged it is, how much power it's got. So just do that and leave it, it'll just automatically turn itself off. And then once it's turned itself off, you can press and hold it for about 3 seconds, and it activates this little light inside. Now I have no idea what this is for, whether it's for finding it in the dark or whether it's just another aesthetic thing. Now again, on the camera it appears to be flashing, but to the naked eye, I'll stop now, it's not actually flashing, so I'm not entirely sure whether that is flashing or not. But yeah, and then you just go like that and it turns itself off. Now I say there's no instructions to this. There wasn't anything to tell me what that actually means. I had to go online and look it up myself. It's quite a chunky thing. I say I wouldn't recommend chucking it at anybody, not that you would do, but well, I would. It's me, so I probably would have. but yeah, it's quite a chunky, hefty thing, so I wouldn't recommend, I wouldn't recommend it putting near your phone, your keys, attaching it, because that will probably come loose very quickly and you'll either lose it, or after enough time this might actually cause some damage to the phone or your keys. Now, the other problem with it is that it is obviously completely spherical, which means you have to be careful when you put it down. It doesn't really stay that well if you're putting it for, you know, if you want to put it down to charge, it obviously rolls about a bit. So I'd probably recommend, if you're going to use it for charging anything, make sure you've got a flat surface to charge it on. Make sure it's all, well, make sure there's no chance of it running away. But yeah, I'll say it's quite, I got this, it's quite a good thing. I got it for TF Nation. Obviously that's not going ahead, so oh well. Don't know what Shadow's doing. He found something on the table he's interested in. But yeah, I'll say it's quite a nice thing. It's quite chunky. It feels quite heavy, so it doesn't feel cheap. Now, I got this off a seller on Facebook. I'm sure if you go to eBay and other places you can find something like this. And there are other versions of this that are stuff like the Great Ball, stuff like that, but I'd say I just wanted this one. I think it's kind of sweet. It's kind of, I think it's geeky. Shadow's apparently bored now, so he's wandered off. I could still use this, have it in my bag, and just say Shadow's my Pokemon. His name would be Meow. Not Meowstic, Meow. Or Per, the amount of times that's what it pretty much says. But yeah, I'd say it's a quite nice chunky thing. The one thing I will say about it, it takes an absolute age to get this fully charged. I believe I put it on to charge most of the way a couple of days ago, so sort of 7 till 8ish, probably slightly longer. But then I took it upstairs to charge it. I forgot I had something to charge. But then I brought it down the next day and I put it on to charge. I only had that last one to fill. It was still sort of blinking, and it must have took at least 2 or 3 hours, probably more, to get it fully charged. So I assume, I say it's quite high capacity. When I used it the first time, I have used it before, it seemed to, first of all, that one wasn't on, so I don't think it's charged full all the way. So it didn't take that much time to completely empty it. So I assume the reason it took so long to charge it again is just to get that last one fully filled. But yeah, I'll say it's a little Pokeball. It's a fun little thing. I'd say it's one of these things that you have to be careful. It feels quite nice in your hand, but you don't want to drop it, or you don't want to like put it down to charge and it roll away. But it could be good for props. If you take that out, you could probably use it as an unofficial prop. So this is a unofficial brand. It literally is just a power bank, so I don't even know who actually made it. I got it, as say, on one of these not Facebook Market, but one of these advertising. Well, you often take to a different site. It took a bit of time to come. Obviously, with the current situation, I had to check with them to see if it was still coming. But yeah, it's arrived. It's quite nice. I say I'll probably use it for, you know, other geek places like TF Nation or MCon that I go to. It's more of a novelty thing than anything else. It's not one I would put in my pocket. Obviously, you can't put it in your pocket. Chances are I wouldn't put it in my bag to take it every day. I'd probably only use it for like TF Nation or say MCon, any convention, for the sort of the novelty factor. Look, it's a Pokeball. You press it and you get your power. That's about it. There obviously are other high capacity chargers. Anybody who knows me knows I have many high capacity chargers, constantly living my life off using them, which I find is always good. So it means I never really have to pack too many chargers, but that's a by the by. But yeah, I'd say certainly a nice thing. If you're interested in getting one, you can probably find them on eBay or Amazon or anything. this was relatively cheap. I have heard you can get one that also acts as a hand warmer, which I thought this one was, but it isn't. But yeah, let's say it's a nice thing to sit and play with. I'll say if you want a prop for a Pokemon, you can Pokemon anything, picture, film, you can use this. It's quite heavy, it's quite durable. But I say it's not anything that I would probably take around with me every day. It's a little bit too bulky, a little bit too heavy. It doesn't fit in pockets or bags very well. Bags it will do, but it won't fit in pockets very well. So I say it's quite a nice thing. I do like the red top to it. It's got that slight sort of pearlescent, not pearlescent, it's kind of, if you look, you can tell the difference between that colour and the plain white at the bottom. It's got 2 ports, so I say you can charge, for example, your phone and your camera, or your phone and something else that you usually use, which is quite good. My arm's actually getting quite tired. Hold on, I'm going to put it down. But yeah, so it's a nice little thing. If you want to look up one, look up getting one, you can do. There's lots of different variations. I've seen variations with like little indents to the top here and here, so it actually is a better light source rather than if it loads that, which may look good in the dark, but I say this one, at the moment obviously, and you can see the light through there, as it's light it's not really doing much. But I say that's my review of, that's not off, there you go, that's my review of the Pokeball, and thank you for watching. Bye.